Hello and welcome to Quick Maths with Mr. Jornsen. In this video, I will be working out the Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2, and this is last year's paper. Variant is 1. In my last video, I finished questions 1 to 6. Now let me start from question number 7. The diagram shows a shape made from a triangle JKL and a semicircle with diameter JL. JKL is an isosceles right-angled triangle with JK equal to JL equal to 12.8 centimeters. In part A, they asked us to find the area of the shape. To find the area of this shape, we need to find the area of this right-angled triangle and then the area of the semicircle. So let's say this is A and this is B. So area of A, since it is a triangle, we can use half times base times height. That is 12.8 and 12.8. 12.8 times 12.8 times 12.8 times 12.8, and that gives us 81.92. Alright, now let us find the area of the semicircle, area of this, which I labeled as B. The radius is half of diameter, and that is 6.4 centimeters. So area of B is equal to, area of a circle is given by the formula pi r square, but we need to make it half, so let's divide by 2. So pi times 6.4 square divided by 2. Pi times 6.4 square divided by 2. That gives us 64.34. 64.34. Now to find the total area, we need to add these two values. 81.92 plus 64.34. Let me add it over here. Answer plus 81.92. And this gives me 146.2598. Let us round this to 3 significant figures. So that's 146 squared centimeters. In part B, they've asked us to find the perimeter of the shape. The perimeter is the distance around a shape. So this distance, JK, and then JL and LK, we need to find. Okay, please do not add the one given in the middle, that's the diameter. So we know this side over here, JK is 12.8. We need to find this and this. So first let's find this, that is KL. Okay, since this is a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem. These are the two shorter sides and this is the hypotenuse. KL equal to the square root of 12.8 squared plus 12.8 squared. The square root of 12.8 squared plus 12.8 squared, and that gives me 18.101. So let me write KL equal to 18.1. Let's go back to the diagram. Here we found KL is 18.1 centimeters. Now let's find the half of circumference. Okay, so circumference, we know the diameter. We can use pi d as the formula. and then we need to divide by 2. Okay, so half of circumference is equal to pi times diameter divided by 2, and that's pi times 12.8 divided by 2. Pi times 12.8 divided by 2, and that gives me 20.106. So let me write 20.1. Now we have 18.1, 20.1, and let us not forget this side, that is 12.8. So let us add all of them. Okay, perimeter equal to 12.8 plus 18.1 plus 20.1. 18.1 plus 20.1, and that gives us 51 centimeters. Question number 8. These are the first 5 terms of a sequence, 11, 18, 25, and so on. Find an expression for the nth term of the sequence. First, let us find the term-to-term rule. From 11 to 18, we add 7. From 18 to 25, we add 7. From 25 to 32, we add 7. So immediately you can write 7n. And now n is equal to 1. So when n is 1, 7 times n, which is 1, will give you 7. Now if you look at the first term of the sequence, that's 11. So we need to add 4 to get 11, right? So 7n plus 4. Question number 9. The value of a car is $8,000. Each year, the value of the car decreases exponentially by 25%. Calculate the value of this car after 3 years. Now, you can use the compound interest formula in this case. The only thing is you need to put minus instead of plus. Okay, let me show you the compound interest formula. A equal to P times 1 plus R to the power of n, where A is the final amount, P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, and n is the number of years. But be careful, we need to put minus instead of plus, okay, in this case, because we are not calculating the compound interest. We are calculating the value of the car that decreases exponentially by 25%. So there is a decrease. So let's write 8,000 times 1 minus R. R is the rate of interest. The decimal equivalent of 25% is 0.25. So 0.25 to the power of 3. 3 is the number of years. So let's simplify this a little bit. 8,000 times 1 minus 0.25 is 0.75 to the power of 3. 8,000 times 0.75 to the power of 3 will give us 3,375. Let us move on to question number 10. Amir invests $1,500 in an account. The account pays compound interest at a rate of R% per year. At the end of 8 years, the value of his investment is $1,656.73. Find the value of R. Let us use the compound interest formula again. Okay, so A equal to principal times 1 plus R to the power of n. A is the amount. So this is the amount, 1,656.73. This is your principal. Okay, this is A. This is the rate of interest, and this is the number of years, 8. We can rearrange this formula to make R the subject. Alright, so let's try and rearrange this. First, divide both sides by P. So when we divide the right hand side by P, P will cancel. So we only have 1 plus R to the power of N. And don't forget to divide A by P. Now 1 plus R is raised to the power of N. Let us undo that by doing the nth root. So when we do nth root on the left hand side, we are left with 1 plus R. And let us do the nth root on the right hand side, that is A over P. And then finally, we need to isolate R. So 1 is been added. Let us subtract 1 from both sides. So the nth root of A divided by P minus 1. This minus 1 should be outside. So we can now take the values. That is R equal to N is the number of years. So 8th root of amount is the final amount, which is 1656.73 over principal is, here we go, 1500 minus 1. 8th root of 1656.73 over 1500, and then don't forget to come out of the square root sign and minus 1, and that gives us 0.0125. 0.0125. Now this value is the decimal value. We need to change this to percentage, times by 100, and that becomes 1.25%, which is the interest rate.